Alien Reddit stories, where I tell alien stories off of Reddit. My buddy Johnny Blix insisted that I come up with an intro, so here it goes. Alien Reddit stories. Subscribe to the channel. I was longboarding with three of my friends in Friendship Park, local park with windy roads and small hills around 1 a.m. I'm a bit of a, he says a word, I'm not going to say it's a bad word, when it comes to skating in the dark while going fast, so I kept at my own pace. I was following my friends as they went into a path through the woods. I slowed down and stayed about 50 yards behind them. When I got all the way through the woods, my friends were gone, so I took out my phone, lied on my back. I did not remember why, and I was about to call one of the guys I was with to turn around when I saw a triangular object just hovering above 100 yards above the ground. It had white lights on each corner, and from what I could tell, it was black. I stared for a while, and then my friend skated up next to me and said, "You've got to keep up, man." I told him to look up, and right as he did, it zoomed away at incredible speeds. He saw. I saw. Fast forward 3 weeks. Meet a guy for the first time. We get to talking about aliens, and he tells me about a UFO he saw. Where, you ask? Friendship Park. We went on our phones to search around messages to see exactly what day we were there. Same day, same time. Nobody but the two of us who also saw it believe me. Story number 2. Don't remember the date. Not very interesting, but I'll share since this is a rare topic. Don't remember the date. However, I do know that it was the midnight release of Halo 3. Pulled us to GameStop. The night sky was beautiful, so I started gazing at it while I waited in the car because F waiting outside in the line during the midnight release. Saw a ball of light rapidly shoot across the sky so perfectly straight it was almost as if we were definitely controlled. It was faster than a plane and too circular to be a jet. But it just moved so majestically straight, if that makes any sense at all. Nobody saw it but me, and I remember thinking to myself, ha! It would be one of the nights of Halo 3. Never mentioned to anyone because it wasn't that drastic of a sighting, and it was so mesmerizing to watch that I didn't even want to share it because it was like a personal moment of satisfaction to see something that I know for a fact was a caliber of technology that is unknown to the public, human or not. Story number 3. I don't know if it was a dream or not, but it felt so damn real. I was about 15 years old. I'm about to be 25. I found the actual document that I have written. I was in my brother's room when I woke up in the middle of the night. I remember this day because it was the third night that Kat's family was staying over until they found a house. It was a cold night for being midsummer. I woken up from my dream to cover myself in blankets. As I turned over, as a clothes hanger fell onto the floor. I didn't clean off the bed very well as I was tired at night. I closed my eyes to fall back asleep when I heard the bedroom door crack open. My dad came to check to see if no one broke in. The door cracked open even more, but slightly. My toes began to tingle and then my feet. My heart started to pound like crazy. I wasn't scared, I was confused. As a tingling feeling moved up my legs, my heart started to pound even more and I started to get scared. I'm afraid to open my eyes because something very scary has come into my room. It can't be my dad. I know that for sure because I can sense something evil or paranormal entering my room. My breathing began to get hard and heavy. I wanted to look at who was entering my room. I moved my head to look at the door, but I couldn't. I couldn't move at all. I moved my fingers around. They couldn't move. My toes? Nope. Arms? Nope. I became paralyzed. I was facing the wall since this bed is against the wall of the bedroom. I could open my eyes, blink, and look around. I kept my eyes closed. My left eye is shielding the pillow, but my right eye wasn't. Whoever or whatever it was is in my room could clearly see I am awake, or not by looking at my face to see my eyes were open. Was I asleep? Was I in a dream? I can't tell. I felt drugged. I was going through a trance of being awake and having a dream. Every second I would be in a dream and another waking up. I tried my best not to dream or fall asleep. How could I be sleeping at a time like this? I said to myself. Well, that's the final story. On account of I have some people over and they're very annoyed at me for having to be silent in the next room. Ingrates. Can't do nothing productive in this world without people trying to slow you down. Anyway, that last story was pretty epic. But I want to say that I'm leaning towards he had some sleep paralysis. He didn't open his eyes. We can't see. He didn't see anything. He can't move. I don't know. The first two stories were the one with the guy met a random guy and it was the same time that he was at the park. Could you imagine that guy that he met was not just random? It was actually whatever was flying that vessel just became him, and then just introduced itself into like into the case. Like, you know how some serial killers, they join the investigation, they're like, oh yeah, how's the case going, and then they kind of like involve themselves in the case. What if the alien was doing the same? What if aliens could do that? What if I'm very tired and I'm just speaking nonsense? Anywho, what if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button? Go ahead, do it. It will liberate you. And I'll see you next time on Alien Reddit Story. Love ya.